What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, episode 28 of the Going Full Hyrox series. This series where I'm documenting all of my training up until Hyrox, Nice and Birmingham. That intro there was just a little game Odin and I started playing when he was at a pub. I caught a game. I basically just kick conkers on their shells and he sort of darts for them and tries to grab them. Probably not the smartest game because conkers can be toxic for dogs, I think most animals. So I make sure he doesn't eat any bits or kick any that are crushed, and sometimes he tries to sneak off with a conker or whole conker with the shell on his mouth. We've got to keep an eye out for that. I can normally tell because he normally keeps his head away from me. Anyway, right at the end of that last vlog, I checked my emails and found that I was successful for the Hyrox in Manchester in November for the pro race, which I'm not going to take for a few reasons. Firstly, it starts in the evening around like 7 p.m. is the earliest start, I think. I also have already had arrangements for that night with Kelly. We're going to that Bridgerton candlelit concert, and it's a bit too clustered with obviously Nice and Birmingham, so there'll be no real improvements. Obviously it'd be a good test for the pro, but there's no real training time between. Also the added cost, which Hyrox ain't cheap, because obviously I've just come back from Nice and I'll have Vienna to save up for. So there's still hope for the ballot in January, so fingers crossed for that. Anyway, the session today is going to be just a Hyrox session. Going to be some sort of AMRAPs again. There'll be not much time for real improvement, but I just want to get a feel for, you know, sort of each station, how it's going to feel after each one. And yeah, that's the plan. Also, it's mornings like this that I really wish I had my drone, because that sunrise just looks amazing, and I just wish I had the drone. But obviously with Odin in the field, I don't quite want to take my eyes off him for too long, because he does like to run off at hares or other dogs. So I'm gonna finish this walk and then another day in work, final day before tomorrow's my day off, which I can't wait for. There was some really bad interference happening for the first 45-50 seconds with the mic, so instead of trying to redo this clip, I just thought I'd do a voiceover because I couldn't for me record it again. I was basically saying the weather needs to sort itself out in the morning. I was all wrapped up, like you saw me earlier, in my Sherpa jacket, and then around mid-morning the sun came out and it just gets very warm, and my car at the time was showing 26 degrees. I also let out a little bit of road rage because someone wasn't using the indicators before, saying that I'd changed my mind on where I was training, heading over to Vault instead of going to Pure Gym, mainly for content filming purposes. And by then I think the audio had sorted itself out, so back over to myself. There's a slight change of plans now. I was planning on going to Pure Gym for this session, but I've decided to take the drive over to Vault purely so I can film a bit more, get a bit of a montage of this session rather than Pure Gym. It's not the kind of gym where I want to do this kind of filming, and the atmosphere is not that great. However, during work I've had a bit of a pain in my left ankle, sort of like Achilles area. I think it's coming from a tight calf, which walking eases off, but the sort of stop-start, if it stopped for too long and go walk again, it would be quite painful. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. Hopefully it's nothing major. It's the last thing I want to injure, so I'm going to keep an eye on that, but hopefully it's fine. Plan for today is just 2 20-minute AMRAPs of similar to what I did a couple of weeks ago. First one's going to be, I think, 500-meter row, 20-meter burpee broad jumps, and then a 50-meter farmer's carry. And then second one's going to be ski, 500-meter ski, 25-meter sandbag lunges, and then 25 wall balls. Just those two, because I haven't done ski and row for a while. And then some bro work, and then that should be today's session. Praying that my ankle isn't too bad and I can get all those movements done okay. So in hindsight, it probably would have been best for me just to stick to the plan and go to Pure Gym, because there was a teens class on in the Hyrox area. It started more in a couple of minutes, so I got booted out of the area, so I had to come upstairs. Luckily I got the session slightly mixed up. It's actually ski, burpee broad jump and farmer's carry check and doing the fusion studio, and the second one is the row with the lunges and wall balls, so obviously swapping out wall balls in for thrusters. Again, not the end of the world, but it would have been nice to have seen that on the app. On a more positive note, the ankle is feeling good. Done an excessive warm-up before I rolled my calves, got it nice and mobile, so it's feeling good. Hopefully it stays that way for the whole session, doesn't get worse afterwards. Got to keep an eye on it. It's the calf that's been feeling like it's wanted to cramp during the night, so maybe that's an issue there. Need to keep it up by keeping it loose, but feeling good, so let's jump into the session. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I certainly did, but only after I'd started the AMRAP, in that I did them wrong. I did ski with lunge and farmers instead of ski burpee farmers, and then obviously I had to do the row with burpees and thrusters. Regardless of that, they both felt very good. I was pleased with those. Got 5 rounds and 300 metres on the first one, and then in the second one got 4 rounds and 12 or 13 burpees. Now I did burpees to plates because it's getting busy, there's not enough distance to do the burpees, and they kind of mimic a burpee broad jump in that you do the burpee and then you jump forward a little bit, so that's a good substitute for that. And obviously the thrusters for the wall balls, which are a lot harder for me because of my shoulder mobility and T-side mobility. It's pretty awful these days, whereas wall balls catching the ball a lot more in front, and thrusters are way back there, and the elbows need to be higher, which I can't do. In this right shoulder, I wanted to twist in, twist out, and not sit in that nice neat front rack. But pretty good session, so I'm going to finish with a bit of bodybuilding as usual, some core work, and then I'll be off to pick up Owen from my nan's and then home to chill for the evening. So it just happens to be that my day off from work is the same day that FC25 is released, and I was going back and forth whether to get it early or not, and as you've probably guessed, I have got it early, and here's my sort of starter team. Probably can't see much there. So that's my plan for most of the morning before I go and train. Speaking of, the Achilles isn't feeling too great, like just that Achilles, calf, ankle area, so although part of me wants to still go and test out and go for a run, I think I'll just head over to Pure Gym and do some sort of Miko's triangle-esque, just cardio, like just the bike, the ski and the rower. Not EMOM style, but just maybe like a 16 arm rep of 15 to 20 calories on each, just to get a sweat on, keeping that zone 2 and just treat each one. Very frustrating, but since I'm so close to comp, I don't want to risk making his ankle any worse. So yeah, plan now, chill this for an hour or so, have some breakfast, and then go and get training done, whatever I can do. Just frustrates me when this happens because I never feel like it's a good session, but gotta work around it as best we can. So I'm finally out 2.5 hours later than planned because I just got sucked into FC25. That new game mode rush is quite addictive. But Kitty's is feeling good, hence why we are out for the run. And on this route, but I'm on the pavement now, there's a country lane. That's given me a lot more respect for cyclists because cars pass by me very close speed, like the speed of that van has just gone by. So yeah, it's given me a lot more respect for cyclists when I'm driving. I give them space anyway, but I respect them a lot more now, especially on country lanes. But anyway, today's run is going to be 10 to 12k. It's nice to say that, especially if I'm bringing volume down on these long runs. Just the three weeks tomorrow, and it's Hyrox Nice, so bring down the volume, get rid of that fatigue in the body, and hopefully I'll be able to do well in Hyrox. So I'll update you all after this run. So I'm very pleased to actually end up going out for that run because I was in a bit of a strange mood. I was a bit of a tears. I just felt a bit restless because I think I felt like I was being too lazy. I'm used to being active in the mornings, I'm used to being up, obviously out with Odin, and then straight to work, being busy there. My day off, so I just felt like I was wasting my morning really. But I know I need days like that. But it was good to get out, clear my head. A lot later than planned because it is now gone 4:15, and we are heading out this evening. Callie, myself, Mum, my brother, sister-in-law, and Mum's partner. Just going to go to the club for a little drink, but right now I'm just going to obviously jump back into FC25 for a little bit of lunch, chicken sandwich, apple, oven baked chips and a full fat Fanta Limon. And I think that's going to be it for this video. Tomorrow we're going to train with Kelly over at Volt. Not going to vlog it because like I said before, Kelly doesn't want to be on camera, which is totally fine with me, so we're just going to have a nice afternoon there and then just chill for the rest of the weekend, and then back to it on Monday. Hopefully the Achilles is okay. It started to hurt a little bit towards the end, but hopefully it's just a minor issue, and with some rest of the weekend, no running tomorrow. It's fine training, just running seems to affect it the most. And then Sunday rest day, and then hopefully it's all good Monday. So I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.